So this is lyre-leaved sage. Lyre-leaved in that the basal leaves are usually quite divided and so forth. Some of them have beautiful purple tinge in between. These are kind of outgrown that. But a really neat little plant. A salvia. Sometimes it's called lyre-leaf sage, sometimes lyre-leaf salvia, sometimes called cancer root because supposedly it's been used for some cancer research and stuff too. It is a mint. It's got the square stem. It has slightly minty leaves. That's one of the things that's been used again for treatment of all sorts of things, including throat ailments and so forth. It's not a very strong minty taste, but it is there. It's low growing. So sometimes it's planted, particularly the ones that have really, really purple veins, and then that allows that after these things bloom, and again, these ones are, these are in bloom right now, the typical mint shape, and these, some are going to, and some have already finished blooming. What ends up happening is you're left with mostly basal leaves. Down here, wrote a rosette down below, which is very non-typical of mints, but that means that you could just mow over this and whatever's left over top is gone, but you're still left with the leaves underneath that sometimes have a really cool color. This tends to spread quite a bit. It is a mint, so it spreads widely, although it can travel quite a ways, and it's kind of hard to keep it all going into a thick mass in just one area, but it makes for an interesting ground cover. Likes it moist, can take shade. People sometimes plant it, for example, underneath pine trees where a lot of stuff doesn't grow, but these guys can. It does, at the meantime, provide some good pollinator services. I mean, you can see these pretty little flowers and how they're attracted to especially certain kinds of bees. So a neat plant, lyre-leaved sage, Salvia lyrata, a beautiful mint, low-growing, mostly evergreen, another great reason to grow it in a yard, mostly evergreen, and something that people are now starting to realize is an adaptable plant for some less than ideal conditions. Lyre-leaved sage.